Good morning, dear students. Today we are starting our session question and answers on principles of management. Here we will see certain question and answers on the topic principles of management. This is the second chapter. So let us start with some question with 1 mark, 3 marks and some long questions. So first is very short question answer. The question is, state the role of gang boss in functional foremanship. So what is the role of functional gang boss in the functional foremanship? So gang boss has to ensure that all the required material are available to the worker at the start of the work. That is arrangement of the material requirement. He has to keep the material ready before the start of the work or production starts. So this is the work of the gang boss. Okay, so this is one of the specialist under functional foremanship. Now question number 2, coming to question number 2, what is meant by management principles? Very basic question. So very easy. Management principles are broad or general guidelines for managerial decision making and behavior. So just very simple, that these are the broad and general guidelines which help the manager taking decision and how to act on a particular situation, that is behavioral aspect. Now coming to question number 3, state the technique of scientific management which is strong motivator to a worker to reach a standard performance. Okay, so it is differential piece wage risk system. Now coming to question number 4, state the role of root clerk in functional foremanship. So root clerk is person who is in charge of planning and responsible for showing the route of the production, that is the what are the methods of production or how to do the production start. Okay, now coming to question number 5, factory owners or the managers relied on personal judgment for attending the problem they have confronted during the course of managing the work. So which principle of Taylor is referred to here? So rule of thumb, here there is no scientific approach but personal judgment has been what is applied. Okay, this so rule of thumb, personal judgment means without any scientific approach. Now question number 6, what do you mean by mental revolution? So what is mental revolution? Mental revolution means revolutionary change in the attitude of both workers and managers, that is both should have a broad outlook. Okay, this under harmony and not discord. Name the organization structure which helps in increasing managerial and operational efficiency. So functional structure here, answer question number 7. Now question number 8, a company manufacturing motorcycles and cars have separate division both for the car as well as for motorcycle and manager a separate plan and resources. Identify principles with the help of the example. Though they have separate division and managers and all the things, but still they have the common directive, that is unity of direction, one direction to achieve the goal of the organization. So the principle applied here is unity of direction. Now coming to question. So this question has already been discussed earlier. We have discussed in the earlier session of question and answer. So we will be moving to the next question. Okay, the question number 9 answer is principle of authority and responsibility. Question number 10 we have already discussed. Now question number 11, subordinate receives order from more than one boss. Which principle is violated? A subordinate receiving orders from two officers, so unity of command is violated, because unity of command says a worker should receive an order and instruction from only one boss. Okay, you cannot receive order from two bosses. Now question number 12 also we have discussed that both persons are having same qualification persons, that is Hina and Hitesh, but still they are getting a different type of wages and salary for the same work. So which principle is violated here, and then we have to explain the principle. So principle of equity is violated here. Okay, because as per this principle both working in the same position and possessing same educational qualification must be paid equal salary. So here principle of equity is violated. Okay, so now coming to question number 13, what is meant by feasibility of principles of management? Flexibility of principles of management. So flexibility means management principles are not rigid, they can be modified according to given situation or change as per the situation. Now coming to short questions, we can see that explain why it is said that principles of management are mainly behavioral and contingent in nature. Okay, they are why behavioral and contingent. So because principles of management are mainly behavioral or contingent in nature, because they are used according to the given situation and as per the situation they can be changed. Mainly behavioral because they are applied on human being and individuals. Okay, behavioral because they are applied on individuals, and contingent means as per the situation you have to actually modify or change the principles a little bit. And number 3, formed by practice and experimentation. Okay, these principles are formed by practice and experimentation. How these principles are derived? By observation, by practice and by the experimentation. And last is cause and effect relationship, means every principle has some logic behind that. Okay, you can explain that why this principle has been applied and how the results has been arrived at. Okay, so these are the answer. Now coming to question number 15, that is explain the principle of scientific management. So we know that there are 4 principles. Okay, of scientific management. First is rule, science not rule of thumb. Science not rule of thumb means apply of science and not applying this personal that is thinking or what you think that this should be done, you should apply on scientific basis. Okay, science and rule of thumb. Next is harmony or discord. So there should be harmony between the management and workers, that is there should be mental revolution, that is both should have a positive attitude towards each other and should eliminate their differences. Okay, and the third is cooperation, not individualism. So according to this principle, there should be cooperation among all the workers, and mutual cooperation can help the managers and employees to jointly achieve the success or achieve the results and achieve the target of the organization. Now number 4 is development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. So according to this principle, employee should be given training, and he should be given proper kind of training as well as the information about how to do the work, and should have a positive attitude so that he can increase his efficiency. So these were the questions we have discussed. Now we will also see certain questions which is based on application oriented. Okay, one question we will see on application oriented. Okay, so you can see that these are the 4 principles, very important principles of that is F.W. Taylor, and also we have seen 14 principles of scientific that is general principles of management by Taylor. Now coming to question number 16, explain briefly discipline and scalar chain as the principles of general management. So very easy, you can answer this, no need to explain. The discipline means that there should be follow rules and regulations to ensure that the said rule and regulations are that is obeyed, and if there is any disobedience, penalties must be also implied judiciously. And scalar chain is nothing but that is a predetermined or a formal path or official path of communication and information that should flow from highest to lower level, and similarly vice versa from lower to highest level. Okay, now let us see the next question. In this question, Sanchit, after completing his entrepreneurship and course from Sweden, returned to India and started a coffee shop named as Aroma Coffee Can, okay, in a famous mall in the New Delhi. The specialty of the coffee shop was special aroma of the coffee and wide variety of flavor to choose from. Okay, so special aroma and wide variety was the specialization. However, some business was neither profitable or not popular. Still, being so famous and so many aroma and flavor, still it was not profitable. Sanchit was keen to know that what was the reason that it was not profitable. So she appointed Sandhya, an MBA from a reputed college, as a manager, and Sandhya took feedback from clients and found that though they loved this special unique aroma and flavor, but they were not happy with the waiting time, because there was a lot of time after placing an order. Okay, so she analyzed and found that there was many unnecessary obstruction in between which could be eliminated. So in between the order processing there was a time lag, and there was certain obstruction which can be eliminated. She fixed a standard time for processing the order. Okay, she also realized that there were some flavors which were not enough in demand, so she decided to stop such flavors. As a result, the shop went profitable and customers were happy. I didn't even explain the 2 techniques of scientific management used by Sandhya to solve this problem. Okay, so this was the question of board 2017. So here what happened, that flavors were okay, liked by the people, but waiting time were not liked, and after finding out, the manager, she found that the waiting time has to be eliminated. Okay, and she set a standard time. So here standardization of work has been the technique used by Sandhya, the manager. Standardization of work means there should be a standard way of doing a work, and every worker should follow the standard way of a process of doing a work, so that we can give the order processing in a standard time. And number 2 is simplification of work. Here involves unnecessary that is diversion in the production or products. Okay, unnecessary flavors, unnecessary that is aroma has to be avoided, which was not famous. So these are the 2 techniques that has been followed used by Sandhya to solve the problem. Okay, standardization of work, fixing the standard time in doing a work by fatigue study, motion study, etc., and simplification of work. Okay, where unnecessary that is production or products, or unnecessary that is work was removed. Okay, and work was simplified. So I hope you could understand this question. Okay, in the application related questions, read the question and at the end see what has been asked. You can understand. Now question number 18, we will not discuss much here. This is a question for you. Explain briefly unity of direction and order as a principle of general management. So you have to tell what is unity of direction. Unity of direction is nothing but all the work should be directed towards achieving the common goal of the organization. That is, we know that there are different production department, there are different people working in different department and division, but they should have only one aim, only one direction. Okay, and order is nothing but orderly arrangement of things and people. Okay, everything should be kept in order. So these are the 2 principles. You have to explain this This is a question for you. Okay, so thank you for now.